We have stackable credentials, and our stackable credentials are designed that a student can come into the program and say they start out with a goal that I want to get a certificate in HR management, or I want to get a certificate in digital marketing. They can take those courses, and all of those courses would apply into different diploma programs as well as into our AAS program. So even that student who may not have the confidence in themselves to complete that 2-year degree right away, they can start out with classes that really are no harm to them and allow them to tailor those classes into those programs where they can eventually finish out with a 2-year degree. Likewise, we have students who start off in those 2-year programs and decide, you know, I really do like marketing, but maybe I want to do recruiting in HR. And so that has a marketing subset and it has a management subset. So they can get a degree in marketing, but then they could come do the HR certificate with several classes that already they're taking as a part of their marketing degree, and just have to take maybe an extra 3 or 4 classes to finish out that certificate to really specialize into what they want to go into.
One of the other great things about Portfolio Day and about the disciplines working together in the pathway in general is that students might major in one discipline but be able to get a certificate through their option studios in another program. And that gives them a little bit of dovetailing between cross-discipline skill sets and gives them more opportunities for cross-examination of jobs that they would like to pursue in the future.
The math department has been doing a lot lately, and all the things we've been doing are to drive student success. So, you know, retaining students and helping them complete to get that degree or to transfer or whatever their end goal is. So we've redone our developmental coursework, and so there's less of it, so students don't hopefully get caught in the spiral and drop out. So we can get them through, get them to those credit-bearing courses. We've added co-requisite courses, so those students who maybe aren't quite ready for those credit-bearing courses, now we can get them in there and support them, and again, hopefully help them succeed. And then we've revamped a couple other courses, pulled back some credits on them because we've been talking with some of our Regents partners at Iowa State and UNI, and realized that, you know, we could take some content out. They seem to be happy with it. And so again, fewer credits, less money our students are spending, and again, hopefully that's less barriers, so more completion, more retention, more success.
You know, there's times where we have students that come to our criminal justice classes thinking, I want to do something with people that are justice involved in some way, and I'm just not really sure what, but I know I want to help somehow. And they get into our classes, and some of our early classes, our goals are to introduce them to the variety of opportunities. And sometimes that means that their goals that align really well with their personality and their likes, a better fit might be a different program. So for example, human services is a great option for a number of our students that are thinking that they're interested in supporting victims and survivors and doing some really important work in that respect, and that they determine that, you know, social work might be a better path for them. And so being able to have that opportunity to connect them with those human services classes and faculty, to be able to ask them those questions, sit in those classes, and have those classes count towards their criminal justice degree, so that way they can decide, is this the right fit for me, or which path do I want to take? That's something that we have found to be invaluable. So having those relationships where I can pick up the phone and reach out to our human services faculty and say, hey, I have this student, I'd love to connect them with you, or vice versa, that happens as well. You know, so I went into the paramedic program to talk to them about our student club, and I saw one of our former graduates, you know, sitting there, and was really excited to be back for paramedic. And it makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of crossover interest in those different first responder, community service professions, and so sometimes finding that right fit takes a little bit of time here, and that's where we want to help them to find that right fit so that they can really, you know, go.
So in order to be able to get the students in and out in a timely manner through the program and get all the required classes done, including the required internships in some of the programs, we really have come up with what we call flow sheets. So we have flow sheets for each and every individual program that we offer. So, you know, we have a GM ASEP program, a Chrysler CAT program, a Ford Asset program, a Honda PACT program, an import flow program, and each one of those has a different flow. And so what we do is before a student even starts the program, we set that student down in a required interview process. And when we kind of go through the program, we show them what their schedule is going to look like over the next 2 years as an automotive student. So they know that during this 8-week time frame, these are the series of classes, and they know exactly which classes they're going to take, that semester, what classes they're going to take the next semester, which semesters are their internships. So students know what that looks like. And then what we do is we stay on track of it with the students so that, at the end of the fall term or during the fall term when it's ready to start registering for spring classes, we show them what CRN numbers it is that they need to sign up for, because, we do request specific academic classes for them. So if, we use Math 772, if you look, there's a lot of Math 772 classes out there. We don't just tell them to go find a Math 772 class. We have one specifically requested for that flow of students, and so we provide them the CRN numbers ahead of time so that they register for the correct classes. And that's very important, because if they miss one of their academic classes, they fall out of sequence for some reason. In some of these specialized programs that we have, we might only offer these automotive classes one time a year. And so if a student signs up for the incorrect class, they fall out of sequence, it could postpone them up to a year. So it's very important that we keep them on track, which includes all of the related classes as well.